plus 2 2/3. So 3/4, 2/3, common denominator is 12. I feel like we're watching Blue's Clues. What is it? 12! Yeah, very good. Okay, 12. No, Mr. Stahl, we're not screaming at the TV. We're only doing this because our parents are making us. Just kidding. You guys don't need to be made to work with some math with me, right? Huh? Okay. So, multiplier there's 3 times 3 times 3 is 9. Which one's larger? Oh, they're equal. Times 4 is 8. When you add those together, it's 17/12. 17/12 is bigger than a whole. So it's how many bigger than a whole? 6/12, which is 1/2. Not 6/12. 5/12, sorry. So this is equal to 1 5/12. The 1 floats over and hangs out with all the other large numbers. So you have 3, 1 is 4, 6. So 6, 5/12, 6 and 5/12 cups. Cool. Happy bacon, my friend. Okay. 17. Moving right along. Write an equation and solve the problem. Ruben is making pasta sauce. He uses a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, 3/4 teaspoons of oregano, 7/8 teaspoons of basil. How many teaspoons of spices does he use? So that sounds like a totes magotes all together. Write an equation and solve. So we're going to add all three together. So 1/2, 3/4, 7/8. We're just going to, and then you could put a variable if you want. You could put equals s or whatever you want, or you could just figure it out. So 1/2, 3/4, 7/8. Remember, when you write it up and down like this, or vertically, your brain says, oh, I have to figure out the common denominator. So 2, 4, and 8. The first number that they both hit, or all three hit, is 8. 1/2 is 4/8. 3/4 is, well, times 2 times 2, 6/8. 7/8 is 7/8. So you're done with those because you found their equivalent fractions and now they all have the same name. So 6 and 4 is 10 plus 7, 17, which is larger than a whole. How many holes can you pull out? It takes 8/8 to make a hole. You have 17. So you have 8, 1 hole, 16, 2 holes. And because you had 17, you still have 1/8 left over. So that answer is 2 and 1/8 teaspoons of spices or teaspoons or whatever. 2 and 1/8. I know you're so excited to hear the answer to my joke, but you gotta wait. You have to wait 2, 3 more questions. Here we go. Number 18. Write an equation and solve the problem. 2 kittens weigh 5/8 of a pound. If one kitten weighs 1/4 of a pound, what is the weight of the other kitten? Okay, let's see here. Well, you're going to subtract because together they weigh 5/8. One of those is 1/4. So 1/4 plus something equals 5/8. So we can write that as our equation if we want to. 1/4 plus k for kitten equals 5/8. In order to find that, and if you're like, I don't know how to find it, well, think of it as easy numbers. Let's say something weighs 1. We don't know what the other one weighs, but together they weigh 4. Well, how do you find that? Sorry, I shouldn't have put a 0. How do you find that missing answer? Well, you know it's 3, and you go from 4 minus 1 to make 3. So we do the same thing with those numbers. 5/8 is here. We don't know this guy, but we do know this is a 4th. So a 4th plus something equals 5/8. So the problem is 5/8 minus 1/4 gives us our answer. So 5/8 minus a 4th. same denominator is 1/4 is equal to 2/8. 5 minus 2 is 3/8. That's got to be our answer. 3/8 of a pound. Cool. Number 19. Write an equation and solve the problem. The sidewalk in front of the store has an area of 33 feet. All right, so area. Perfect. I'm just going to make an easy area problem, and we can figure out how to find the missing side. So if we had the area being 10, one side being 2, what's the missing side? Well, 2 times what is 10? 5. So how do you go from 10 to 2 to 5? You would take the area and divide it by the side. So our area here is 33. And it wouldn't be feet, it would be feet squared. See, they messed up again. Or square feet. But the length is 12, so it's 33 divided by 12. That's how we're going to figure out our answer. 33. And remember, there's many different ways to divide. We could write it like this and slash it. We could put it inside the house, 33 divided by 12. Or we could kind of treat them like fractions. Keep, change, flip. 33 times 112. They all come to the same answer. This one, let's just put in the house or look at like an improper fraction. Let's put it in the house. You know 12 times 3 is 36, so it can't be 3. So there's 9 left. 9. It takes 12 to make a whole. So 2 and 9 twelfths. And if you take 2 and 9 twelfths, you can simplify it. Because 9 twelfths, they both have a magic number of 3. So 9 twelfths is equal to 9 divided by 3 is 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So I put 2 and 3/4 as my answer, which is 2 and 9 twelfths as well. And then, because it's just one side, it's feet. Not feet, not square feet. Ooh, we're on number 20. 4 friends share 2 apples. How many apples does each friend get? Well, so division, order matters. We have 4 friends, 2 apples. So, are we taking the friends and splitting them between apples? Or are we taking the apples and splitting them between friends? And that's important. And we're taking the apples and splitting them between friends. So apples is your dividend. So apples is your first number. 2 divided by 4. And you always have to make sure that it's not saying John and his 4 friends, because then it would be 5. But it's not. It's just 4 friends. So what fraction does each friend get? This is where I like to use the old slice-a-rooney. 2/4, which is 1/2. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done. That was 1 through 20. By Monday, I'll post your other math work. And I love seeing all the people that are working on those challenge questions. We're at between 20 and 30 right now. Hopefully that number goes up. And we're going to get through this together. And you are going to learn your math, science, social studies, reading, writing. And we will be here until you're annoyed of us. Now, I know you're dying for that joke. You just can't wait to hear it. Okay. What kind of tea is sometimes hard to swallow? Reality.